Welcome to Judge of Ghana TV. Akwa Baba, Judge of Ghana TV. So, today's topic is on the nationwide strike by organized labor. Let's listen to Mr. Joshua Ansah, the General Secretary of Organized Labor.
I was asking you a
Take a
short
listen
while
to
ago. In
his.
your statement, we were saying that what government told you. You are not signed for organized labor was not signed for. What exactly were you told that made you not to be too much satisfied with the whole thing?
Thank you very much, Dan. I think it's very important to know the outcome, the detailed outcome that came out from our meeting.
Right.
Yeah, so that we a balanced report. Good. I think that when we met the president on the 3rd, we deliberated on the issues, our demands of which you all are aware. That what we came up with is this, that the government will collaborate with organized labor and the stakeholders in the fight against galamsey. Number two, the government will take steps when Parliament reconvenes this month to revoke the environmental protection, that is the mining and in forest reserve regulation 2023 LI 2462. Again, government would ramp up its enforcement measures, particularly to which relates to how do you call it? Prohibiting the mining in water bodies and forest areas. For the Attorney General will collaborate with the Chief Justice to set up courts dedicated to deal with prosecutions of illegal mining. Then the Attorney General will again collaborate with the Chief Justice to ensure swift adjudication of illegal mining. Then government supports the call for all presidential candidates to sign a pact committing to the fight against illegal mining. And the last paragraph says that government reiterates its commitment to the fight against illegal mining and calls on all stakeholders to join the fight.
Now, Mr. Ansah, President requested for more time.
President has never requested for any time. When I hear the president saying that, I don't know where that statement is coming from.
Right.
President had the discussions with us, and this is the outcome. He did not request for even a day. He only discussed the issue with us and directed that these demands or this how do you call it? What these steps that the government is going to be taking should be written to us. That has been done correctly.
In your engagement with the president, was there a point that the president requested that there is a need for organized labor to suspend its intention to strike? If there was a point like that, haven't you defied the decision of the president?
The president has not said anything. We had a discussion. We said by the 10th of October, if nothing has been done, there will be a nationwide strike. The president discussed the issues with us, our demands with us, and what he's able to do is what he's told us, and it's written vividly on this paper. That is all.
So is it proceed with action?
If nothing happens.
If nothing happens?
Yes.
Sam Watty, have you heard what was said? Government, Nana Addo Dankwa, President of the Republic of Ghana, of the New Patriotic Party, or say, nneɛma a obetumi ayɛ nie na ɛkyerɛ sɛ ɔnyɛ n'adwene sɛ ɔbɛyɛ state of emergency anaa ɔbɛbane galamsey with immediate effect. Ɛno na ɔse ɔnyɛ no. Na president atwerɛ nneɛma a watwerɛ yi na wamfa no anka ho nti no. Organized Labour say 10th of October, ɔmo bɛkɔ nationwide strike because they are not satisfied with the steps that the government has written to them that they're going to take to handle the eradication of galamsey. Yɛntoa so na yɛnkɔtie nsɛm a nkurɔfoɔ bi wɔ grassroots ro bi wɔ labor union no wɔ Kumasi Asante region Omoka Efa nationwide strike na headquarters of organized labor wɔ Accra say ɔmo bɛyɛ on the 10th of October. Ɔmo nso wɔ nsɛm ka. Nti yɛntie ɔmo nso ɔmo asɛm. Let's take a listen to some members of organized labor in the Asante region who have something to say, which is contrary to what the headquarters in Accra of organized labor is saying. Let's listen to Dr. Solomon Fokua. He's the head of these people who are anti nationwide strike. Take a listen to this.
But the major concern now is what the labor, is it organized labor or disorganized labor, is talking about. And that is the major issue now. They have decided to declare a strike on the 10th of this particular month, that is October. We don't have a problem about that. They can declare the strike. But our concern as a member of that particular organization or institution is that we were not involved. We are not aware anything at all that they did. I am from TUTAG, and others are from other campuses, being it UTAG, being it other professional bodies. We were not consulted, and we have not been involved in any activity that we want them to come back to us, come and jojo with us, for all of us to have our views so far as this thing is concerned. Because anytime we want to declare strike, other than national executives will take it up and bring it down to the local unions, so that the local unions will also come down with the members for us to discuss and vote on it. But this time around, it's just top approach. And you don't know why. We don't want to believe in what we are hearing, that some of them are taking whatever they say they are taking. We don't want to believe in those things. We don't want to. If there is nothing like that, they should come down and explain to us. So our main decision is that, yes, we are part of the organized labor, but for this action that they are taking, it's a unilateral action, and some of us are against it in no uncertain terms. We are telling them, we are also giving them 48 hours that they should come back to the grassroots to come and discuss with us, for all of us also to accept or to bring our views. If we bring our views and then we'll sit down and judge, then the roadmap will be there, either to declare strike or to help the government to solve this particular problem. Because some of us see that declaring the strike is not the way forward.
But if you look at what is going on even within the organized labor, you see that the tactics that are operating in organized labor is divide and conquer. Hmm? You've got the region, the Asante region specifically. Some of the grassroots people in the Ashanti region of Ghana saying that they don't agree with the nationwide strike, organized labor strike. That is setting the cat among the pigeons. That is a divide and conquer strategy. Whether it's something has gone on clearly. According to the grassroots people in the Asante region, they are giving us the indication that they've heard rumors that the leaders of the organized labor, they call them disorganized labor, have taken a bribe from somewhere, some political party. Hmm? So they are insinuating that the leaders in Accra have taken a bribe from the NDC. Hmm? But you can also look at it the other way around. Maybe the dissent in the organized labor camp coming from the Asante region is because somebody powerful within the New Patriotic Party in the Asante region has bribed those people to come and say those words. And to be honest, I'm a person who is interested in body language, mm, looking at the expressions of people. If you look at the expression of the the guy called Joshua, and I think he's called Joshua Ansa, of the main the leadership, the general secretary of Organized Labour. If you look at his face and the way he talks, he looks like he's speaking from his heart and he's a genuine man. However, if you look at the face of the leader of the dissenters in the Asante region, the man wearing glasses, mm, he looks a bit dodgy. I think he's called Mr. Fukua. Mr. Fukua looks a bit dodgy. The way he's rolling his eyes, making his head, the way he's talking, he's acting like somebody who has taken a bribe somewhere. And to be honest, I I'm making my deductions based on body language and posture. The posture of Mr. Fukua of the Asante region is suspicious. In my suspicious mind theorist, um, wear my suspicious mind hat on, his actions are dodgy. The way he's acting when talking to the camera is dodgy. And he's even talking about, oh, we have to find a way to help the government. If you haven't been bribed by the government of the day, New Patriotic Party, or you're not a New Patriotic Party member, would you come and stand there and justify this? Hmm? We are slowly being poisoned to death through contaminated, polluted water as a result of illegal mining galamsey. And the Asante region is even closer to the pain of galamsey. Mm? But regardless, because of the interlinking of the rivers and the water bodies, everybody is affected by the ills, the effects, the negative effects of galamsey. It is flowing through our water pipes, even here in Accra or in Kumasi. It is flowing. The poison of galamsey is flowing through our pipes. So nobody escapes galamsey. And you are saying you're going to work with the government to resolve this matter. How do you work with a government that has refused to ban galamsey in 8 years of being in office? How do you work with them? And they've got 2 months left to the election. You have to show them that they have failed. And I think this is a very bold step by the organized labor leadership. I applaud them and I favor them, and I think it's the best way forward for Ghana. We shouldn't sit there. We should hold our leaders accountable. And say yɛtena hɔ na yɛ leaders no ɔmo fa ɔmo ho free saa. Adan President Nana Addo, ɛnyɛ wo na ɔka sɛ nyame dom wo na woba yɛvoti ma wo 2016 na woba wobɛtwa galamsey mu. Hmm? Na sɛ woafeeli na woantumi anyɛ a ɔtoto apaapae so a woantumi anyɛ a wo se ma yɛ ɔmo strike na obi ehu sɛ woyɛ failure. Hmm? Wo ne wo baomia na vice president baomia mu nyinaa na mowra ne country no moafeeli na hefa owiase hefa ɛna yɛ vote nipa ma nipa a wafeeli baomia wafeeli. Wafeeli yɛ ɔman no on galamsey. Wo ne wo nana ado president nana ado sɛ mo se yɛ Kwame Nkrumah wo nso wo ne wo nana ado. Hmm? Baomia wafeeli us the people of Ghana wo ne wo nana ado. Nti mompake mo bags na momfiri Jubilee House hɔ. Ɛne baby a vice president ɔte sesei no. Mompake mo nneɛma na momfiri hɔ nkɔ because yɛn Ghana for yɛapam mo. Yɛmpɛ mo biom. because muni be papa bi ama yen wo Ghana ha. And I'm sorry to say, eh, National Democratic Congress soon need be papa ma yen wo Ghana ha. Because omunira omu ye the same. I don't know National Democratic Congress under ex-president John Mahama on to mean tro. So no so ba say ni kwan we so no befa so no we yi galamsey free ho because onye na adwe so be ye free ho. The metie ne say candidates being crown mu free or mu crown mu ye galam stay kingpins and queenpins in both parties. Both the New Patriotic Party and the National Democratic Congress are fielding candidates who are known galamsey kingpins and queenpins. No wonder none of them can say anything against galamsey because they are being financed by these galamsey kingpins and queenpins. So they are the same. Ghana for yembi yeni ye o. Neko votima NDC nso a yemfa yensengu yeti ni nso ma. Omo nya papa o. Neither NDC ni MPP. Omo nya nkrofo mba beboa yen. Because nkrofo na omo rely on galamsey money. Eno na omo de toto ye omo campaign. Eno na omo de omo campaign enti wenum. They don't care about the people o. Our leaders, NPP and NDC, the political parties, the two main political parties in Ghana, NDC, New Patriotic Party, National Democratic Congress, won't care about the people of Ghana. Yemfa omo ho. They don't care about us. And there's a saying. This saying has been attributed to Theodore Roosevelt. And the saying is, nobody cares about what you know until you show that you care. Wo de wonim no emfa ye ho. So wan kire odo ankire obi a de wonim no ehu nim fa so ma yen. Yes. Nobody cares about what you know until you show them that you care. And this is the problem we are having with both NDC and MPP. New Patriotic Party and National Democratic Congress. They don't care about us because so Obi and care about your health. That the water is clean. If somebody doesn't care that the water is not clean, that means they don't care about you because your life means nothing to them. Money is more important to them than your life. Unfortunately, money is more important to our political parties, our two major political parties, New Patriotic Party and National Democratic Congress, than our very lives. They do not care about us. This is the evidence. The fact that they can't even put together a document detailing how they're going to eradicate galamsey, and that will be their first policy when we give them the mandate to become president of Ghana. Se omuntumi fan tintim krata so se kwan we so ne kwan we so na mefa so na meyi galamsey free ho. Se moma me tumi no na mbeye o man panyin a. Ense se Ghana for ye voting for John Dramani Mahama NDC National Democratic Congress and I voting for Vice President Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party NPP. Omo ni faso. We should thumb them out. We shouldn't vote for them. Cause who voted for more enkosi aga o bebre. Omo ni adwin papa mau. Nothing they say will ever stand because if you don't have life, you have nothing else. So galamsey kumkum yenra ewie na yama yira yare a obeden bu man. Unema na mo keka wo manifesto enkosi aga bogus bola. No cry wo mu no. Ye peli de oka no kre. Muntumi bi emani muntumi hu se Alan John Kojo Chematin. The Great Transformation Plan na ebebo Ghana. Citizens of Ghana, amanfo more Ghana. Muntumi hu voters of Ghana muntumi hu. Se Alan John Kojo Chematin sama okeka wo the Great Transformation Plan no. ɛno na ɛbɛboa Ghana. Mesrɛ mo mo a monkɔ alankyerɛmaten.org na monkɔ download ngu mo phone so na monkɔ kenkan. Ɔno deɛ ɛyɛ plan o. Wɔse yɛn holding accountable to the plan. Sɛ deɛ ɛkeka akɔ no, the New Patriotic Party ne National Democratic Congress, they don't care about us. Oh. They don't care. They don't care about us. They don't give a hoot about the people of Ghana. They are concerned about how they're going to line their pockets. Let's go for unity government as proposed by Alan John Kwejo Chiramatin. So Ghana will rise again. Hey, me mom dear, I'm not happy at all with what is going on in this country because I don't want to, go to the grave early. I don't want my children to go to the grave early, and I mean, person must save one to call grave early. And at the end, for Kenya or this standoff, not doing anything about anything, Mboye, enti organized labor, my idea. Yamin Shiramo, Uncoso no track, ye formoso, ye tamochi, and then Pibos becamo. Because say, ya ma who say, the omo yene yen pound because of the aye. Enti, well done to the organized labor leadership. Na nkrofo na omo kumase na omo keka nsem ne de me no me suspect omo say omo akoji sika cause na omo keka kono na kire say they are prepared to compromise, and anyone who's prepared to compromise, it means that somebody has offered you something. That was Dr. Solomon Fokwa of UTAG in the Asante region. If you listen to him, it's without a doubt that he's most likely the person who has been compromised by the ruling New Patriotic Party. And either he's a sympathizer of the New Patriotic Party or he's a card-bearing member of the New Patriotic Party. This man, Mr. Solomon Fokwa. I say this because I think deeply into matters. The question is, why has he waited till now to come out and say that there's a faction within organized labor in Ghana who are against the strike? It's because somebody has obviously gone around the back door and gone to try to create dissent within organized labor. And I suspect the New Patriotic Party for this because they're well known for doing these type of things. They always go behind the door, muddy the waters. If they have to pay some bribes, they will. So the people will come and muddy the waters. Let's watch what has happened during the flag bearership race of the New Patriotic Party last year, and the subsequent shenanigans with the confusion that's been set with Reverend Dr. Isaac Owusu-Bempah and the New Patriotic Party. The shenanigans that have gone on. At the moment, New Patriotic Party is full of shenanigans, so the likelihood of somebody giving money to somebody, it will probably be the New Patriotic Party. And if you look at the face of Dr. Solomon Fokwa, it looks a bit shady. The way he's talking and his gestures are not are shady in my estimation. Me de me hwɛ asɛm na me hu sɛ saa Dr. Solomon Fokwa hɔ compromise ne free. Sɛ obiara gye sika bi a adamudi bi a ɛbɛyɛ saa papa wei. Either sɛ wɔyɛ New Patriotic Party sympathizer na wɔyɛ card-bearing member of New Patriotic Party. Ɛna watwɛn a afei a wohu sɛ strike no yɛ eminent no afei na wɔyi ne tie pie sɛ wɔne headquarters of Organized Labour in Accra ɔne ɔmo nyɛ adwen. Saa nsɛm a ɛkɔ so yi, wotumi hu sɛ there's some invisible hand. Na invisible hand no me suspect sɛ ɛyɛ New Patriotic Party. Ɔno paa kyerɛ sɛ NDC foɔ bi na akɔtua headquarters Organized Labour wɔ Accra. Ɔmo akɔma ɔmo sika bi. But me mmom de mehu sɛ ɛyɛ the other way round. Nti me deɛ because ɛnka wofeel sɛ wo ne ɔmo nya adwen from the beginning a adɛn na wamba out in the beginning ambɛka na watwɛn a 11th hour yi na wobɛka saa nsɛm wei sɛ wo ne headquarters of Organized Labour wɔ Accra anya adwen. Nneɛma bi a ɛkɔ so wɔ Ghana ha yɛsɔre a yɛnyɛ adeɛ ne fenkyɛm. Adeɛ a ɔmo fight for yi, nsuo a yɛfight sɛ clean water yi a yɛn nyinaa yɛfight for yi, ɛbɛboa yɛn nyinaa cause yɛn nyinaa yɛwu o. Sɛ yɛwu kɔ a yɛyare, yɛaduane so sɛe. It's being poisoned. We're being poisoned slowly to death. Nkurɔfoɔ a wɔanya liver ne kidney problems. Ne nyinaa firi nsuo bɔne wei. Dialysis boɔ dendenden. Ne nyinaa firi nsuo bɔne wei. Saa adwuma bɔne wei yɛayɛ over the last 32 years between New Patriotic Party and National Democratic Congress. Ɛno na ama sisei no yɛn nyinaa yɛbu afu a yɛse obiara bu afu. Ɛmfa wo party wei cause ewu ba a ɛmfa wo party wo yie o. Eku a na eku. Nti yɛku yɛn ho. Galamsey na yɛyɛ no eku yɛn. Obiara yɛ affected. Deɛ meyɛ koraa ne nkɔlaa na yɛawo ɔmo a ɔmo wɔ nsa 4 ne ani 2 ne ani 3 ani 5 nsɛm huhuhu saa no. Ɔmo na ɔmo asɛm yɛ me mmɔbɔ. Ɔmo nso bɔne bɛn na ɔmo ayɛ a Galamsey cause ɔmo saa problem no. Monhwɛ ma yɛnka biribiara yɛbɛyɛ ne politics wɔ kurom ha. Nso wɔnyɛ politics. It's a matter of life and death. Yɛbɛwu o. Sɛ yɛanyɛ ho biribi a yɛbɛwu. The Bible says, what profiteth a man if he gains the whole world and loses his soul? We are on the verge of gaining the whole world and losing our soul, Ghana. Let's put people first ahead of money. Let's put Ghana first ahead of money. When you have good health, then you can get wealth. It's not the other way around. Oh, Lord, have mercy on this country. This country called Ghana. Have mercy. Anyway, this is my take on it. Now, let's listen to what Organized Labour in Accra, headquarters Accra, said after they decided that finally they're going on strike. And their strike notice still stands. If there's anything I have to say after that, I'll come back and say it, and then we'll give this episode a wrap. Listen to this.
The government meeting with Organized Labour's response. We have concluded as follows. Our strike remain unchanged. I want to repeat. The strike notice remains unchanged. We have the view that what the government has proposed to do does not adequately address our demands. And therefore, our notice of strike notice remains unchanged. Thank you.
10th October 2024. Organized Labour in Ghana are intent, still resolute about striking. This is my take on it. I think that Organized Labour is right in initiating this strike. You see, we should hold our leaders, our presidents, in Ghana here accountable for their words. You can't come and be elected on a promise that when you're elected, you will eradicate galamsey. And then when we elect you and you come to power, as we have done with President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo in 2016, and we reposed our trust in him in 2020 to continue, we cannot vote you into power as president of Ghana. And when you come, you deceive us and do opposite. And then nobody holds you accountable and you escape and leave office as though you've done nothing wrong. Something must happen so that it's a stain on your record. It's evidence that you're a failure. Hmm? The strike is evidence. Organized labor strike is evidence that Nano Adodankwa Akufo-Addo, president, you are a failure. You have failed your people. You couldn't even give us clean drinking water like you promised. Hmm? The reason we voted for you in 2016 and reposed our trust in you in 2020 is because you promised the people of Ghana that you will guarantee us clean drinking water, hmm, and you eradicate galamsey. You have failed. You have failed. You have failed. So if the National Democratic Congress, uh, before you, failed us in galamsey, eradicating galamsey, we voted for you to come and eradicate galamsey. So if now you are failing us and organized labor have chosen to go on strike, I agree with them because there's a saying, Papa nyeshia, bonenso nyeshi. Hmm? You heard Mr. Joshua answer, the General Secretary of Organized Labor in Accra, of the headquarters of Organized Labor. And he said that they are not satisfied or they are dissatisfied with the response of the president, Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo, concerning the matters they laid before him, concerning the eradication or the ban on galamsey with immediate effect. Clearly, Nana Addo has failed. Nana Addo and Vice President Dr. Baumia, you have failed. And so, because you have failed, you deserve to go into opposition. You haven't been men of your word. You promised us before you ascended to the presidency in 2016 that you will eradicate galamsey. In fact, you have done opposite. Galamsey has more than quadrupled. It has just gone on and on and on to the extent now all our water bodies are totally destroyed. I'm not saying that our water bodies weren't being destroyed under National Democratic Congress regime, NDC, under John Mahama and previous regimes. Our water bodies were being destroyed slowly or at a slower pace, but nonetheless, they were being destroyed. That is why now, in 2024 October, everybody in Ghana is calling for, hmm, the majority of people in Ghana. Some people will not agree for a total ban because they are somehow benefiting from galamsey. But those of us who are not benefiting in any way, shape, or form from the continuance of galamsey, but are interested in living healthy lives, are all calling for a total ban on galamsey or small scale mining. But because between the New Patriotic Party and the National Democratic Congress, they've made it a political point. Look at how they're going to and fro and just causing being indecisive. Sadly, they don't know how to decide how to ban illegal mining. Sadly, Nanado has fallen on his sword and has gone back on his word that he gave us prior to 2016. This is the kind of politicians we are hoping to re-elect into the high office of presidencies. Dishonest people like this. If we take NDC or MPP, hmm, Vice President Baumia, or ex-President Mahama and put them as president of Ghana, I'm sorry. These people are not truthful. They are dishonest. We are doomed as a nation. Ghana is doomed. So, me, as I've said, you see, now they're talking about, if you read what the government was saying to organized labor in their letter, they said that, oh, all the political candidates should sign a declaration that they will get rid of galamsey. That's a cop out. Hmm? If you want to score political points for eradicating galamsey, write it yourself. Don't ask other parties to join it because we, the people of Ghana, will make a decision. Hmm? Me, I've told all the people within my um, catchment, my friends, family, all the people I know, I come across. I've advised all of them to vote against the New Patriotic Party and the National Democratic Congress in the upcoming election. And they should all vote for Alan John Kwejo Chiramatin. Number 13, last face on the ballot paper. Hmm? Because he's the only one that has put together in his great transformational plan, which is more than the manifestos of MPP and NDC. He has put a 10-point plan of how he's going to eradicate galamsey out of Ghana forever and ever. Amen. And since we are all interested in having good health for ourselves and our family and our friends and Ghana at large, I suggest the majority of people in Ghana should vote for independent candidates. Number 13, Alan John Kwejo Martin, the only presidential candidate who has been able to put pen to paper and state how he's going to eradicate galamsey from Ghana. Now, umpe upedeng, upedeng, obi also obema life in his presidency. Everybody is going to have good health because that is his first priority. As soon as Alan John Kwejo Chiramatin ascends to the high office of president, that's the first policy he will embark on, the eradication of galamsey. He will stop galamsey immediately. That is his first policy he will implement on ascending to the high office of president of Ghana. Alan John Kwejo Chiramatin will ban small scale mining and he'll put things in place to prevent galamsey being a canker, becoming a canker again in the nation of Ghana. Now, people of Ghana, citizens of Ghana, voters of Ghana, umpe we na opedeng. Alan is the only candidate that Ghanaians should vote for. Wise Ghanaians should vote for. Anyway, as I said, we'll find out whether there are any wise people in Ghana after the 7th of December 2024 by who we put on the high office of president. Because say fine they can't commit on anything and they make everything political. We are doomed as a country. This partisan politics, It has failed in Ghana and it is failing the people of Ghana. We need unity government. This is my take on things. If you like this type of content, like, share, subscribe. Thank you for listening. This is the end of this episode. See you in the next episode. Bye for now.